Hey, I'm Sammy. Welcome to my kitchen.
And I'm Matt from ReThink Food.
Hey Matt, what is ReThink Food?
ReThink Food is a nonprofit that I started about a year ago. Essentially, we take all the excess food from great New York City restaurants and some bigger purveyors like Baldor, Blue Apron, and process the meals for those in need, essentially creating New York City's leftovers.
That's amazing. That's like what I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's make some food.
Fantastic.
Matt brought some lamb. I'm so excited because lamb is still a special occasion food for me. We didn't have it a lot growing up because my mom didn't like it. So it was like when mom's not home for dinner, dad made lamb. It was amazing. So I marinated these yesterday in a little bit of Greek yogurt, some lime zest, lime juice, ginger, garlic, Aleppo pepper, and za'atar. So kind of like a lot of flavor in there. I'm super excited. Do you want to start getting this ready to braise?
Absolutely.
Amazing. So he's going to take the marinade off because if the yogurt hits the hot oil, it's going to burn and we don't want that. Za'atar is a Middle Eastern spice blend. It typically has thyme, oregano, marjoram, salt, and toasted sesame seeds. This one's from Lebanon and it has a little bit of sumac in it, and that's just a little bit more citrusy. So Matt, why did I use yogurt instead of just olive oil?
Well, the lactic acid in yogurt actually helps to kind of break down the lamb a little bit and helps all that flavor kind of get in there. So, Sam, I'm going to take these and I'm going to rinse them off in the sink just so we're not doing too much lamb handling of these things. So.
Sure. So I'm actually still gonna save this marinade because I want to use it later. And marinade is totally fine if you heat it, but I'm not gonna eat it raw because it just touched raw lamb and that's not delicious. Something wet is not gonna sear in oil. So we're just gonna pat it dry, season it one more time with a little bit of salt, and we're gonna sear it.
So this is a great example of a product that we've had as well because there's a lot of seasonal restaurants in the Hamptons during the summer, and they have to get rid of all their products. So they gave us these frozen, and then Sam's gonna cook them up.
Amazing. We're gonna move over to the stove. All right, so I've got my Dutch oven on high. I'm gonna get it really, really nice and high so we can sear these lamb shanks. Just a little bit of olive oil. And also you wanna make sure that your meat, again, is room temperature because it's really excited. It needs to relax. And if it's too cold, it's gonna freak out. Waiting for the heat. Waiting for the heat. So you want to sear them on all sides. You don't want to rush this process because this is where you're going to start to develop all of that flavor. So you want it to brown a lot. So what's going to happen is it's going to form a crust on the bottom and it's going to easily lift off of the pan. So until it does that, you don't want to touch it. Ah! That's amazing. Wow. I said on all sides, and sometimes you have to like hold the meat up because you really want to get it brown on every single side that you can, because that's just going to seal in all of the juices, and you want it to be juicy. Juicy and tender, please. Hey Matt.
Yes.
You want to chop up some garlic for me?
Absolutely.
Amazing. So I'm going to turn this down a little bit, medium, and I'm just going to saute all of my vegetables in the grease. Carrots. I'm gonna use carrots, onions, shiitake mushrooms, and leeks.
You ready?
I'm ready. Nailed it.
Awesome.
All right.
You want me to dry off those leeks?
That'd be great.
All right. We usually soak leeks just to help take care of some of the dirt that's in them. Take them and drain them well.
And the sand and the dirt and the leeks are going to sink to the bottom of the water and the leeks are going to float, so it's a great way to like separate the dirt from the leek. Unless you want to eat dirt, in which case, go for it. I'm going to do a little bit more salt. Let the leeks know it's okay to release their liquid. Matt, do you want to pass me the Aleppo and the za'atar? Now that there's a little bit of liquid in the pan, I'm scraping off the bottom. And yeah, just like a little bit of a pinch of Aleppo. A little pinch more. Yeah, amazing. Give it some heat. A little more za'atar, yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, see? I love shiitakes. I think their texture is amazing when they're been cooked for a long time. They can handle a long kind of braise. Oh man, this is like the worst world for both of my parents. My mom hates lamb and my dad hates mushrooms. All right, so Matt, it's you and me.
Sounds good.
So now we're gonna deglaze with some sherry. Sherry, sherry baby. And then I did like such a hierarchy. What was that? So I'm deglazing with some sherry. This is just dry cooking sherry. You can cook with like fancy sherry if you want to waste your money. Not necessary. Helping us clean the bottom of the pan. So whoever does your dishes, again, tell them not to worry. We're gonna put the lamb back in. So then we're gonna cover it as much as we can with some chicken stock. And the lamb's just gonna take a bath. It's gonna take a nice like 2.5, 3 hour bath. Because it is so tense, it just needs to relax. Its muscles are super tight. Calm down, lamb, it's gonna be fine. We're also gonna throw in a little bundle of, I have thyme and a bay leaf here. I'm gonna throw that in too. Bring it to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, I'm gonna cover it, and I'm gonna put it in a 350-degree oven for 2.5 to 3 hours. Okay, so about an hour-ish before the lamb is done, I'm gonna add some cannellini beans. I have 1 can of cannellini beans that I've rinsed and drained. Just give it a little starchy starch. If you wanna do potatoes with this, you totally could do potatoes. Back in about another hour. Nailed it. Oh, that looks amazing.
Wow, Sam, that looks fantastic.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
So we're 2 for dinner tonight, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way I could get a 3rd one and I could make something that we could save for later?
Totally. Yeah. Catch
right.
it before it falls. So the meat was resting in the pot for like 20 minutes. I'm gonna let it rest here for another like 10. Bye-bye time, thank you. To finish this off, I'm gonna give it a little bit more richness. Remember that marinade that I saved? Boom. So, right, I don't wanna eat this right now because there was raw lamb attached to it, and that's unhealthy. But I'm gonna heat it up a little bit. I'm just gonna add it back into the braise and just heat it through. It's gonna add just a richness to the sauce and coat the veggies and add more flavor right back in. Thinking and rethinking, using and reusing.
So here we have the lamb you were so nice.
Yeah.
Nicely gave to me. And I picked it off the bone. As you can see, it kind of comes off in pretty big chunks. We have some beans in there that we're still kind of stuck to it. No big deal, just a little added flavor. We go right in there. All right, so we're gonna add a couple different types of mustard. Now this is Grey Poupon, and then this is just whole grain mustard. So the whole grain mustard is gonna add a little texture.
I love whole grain mustard.
Right? And interestingly enough, all these ingredients are just things that were left over from when we were cooking. I'm gonna take that, so we take a little garlic, and we're gonna take a little parsley, and just a little squeeze of lemon juice.
Nice. Lemon's your best friend.
And a healthy amount of salt.
Ooh, shoot. You thought I liked salt.
All right, and then we're gonna just get this bad boy going.
All right. Nice.
All right, and then in our final product here is this beautiful lamb rillette.
Oh, nice.
That would go lovely on a toast point.
Oh, so it's like a dip.
Yeah, essentially, it's
Okay.
like that. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a little of this lamb rillette.
Oh, you're doing like crostini.
Yeah. And we're just gonna garnish it with just a little piece. And you know what, Sam? What do you always say about cheese?
When cheese is an option, cheese is the answer.
All right, a little cheese.
Oh
there
my
on top.
gosh,
And
stop
why
it.
not? And could you do the honors with just a little black pepper?
Of course. That looks beautiful. We just made lamb 2 ways.
We did just make lamb.
Holy crap.
Yes. Sam, I had a fantastic time.
This has been so awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Shall we?
Let's do it. Going big here. I mean, that is fantastic.
Thank you.
Am I allowed to swear?
I mean, yeah, we'll cut it out. They taste so different too.
Oh,
That's awesome.
this is an easy one too. Pack it up, freeze it. Friends coming over,
Instant appetizer.
done.
We're gonna do this one more time. So stick around for the next episode of Sammy's Kitchen. Rethink every day. See ya.
See you soon.